Hey everyone, this is Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how I was able to create those epic looking shots by using this contraption right here, the Insta360 Sphere on the DJI Air 2S. If you're new to my channel or you haven't seen my previous video about this Insta360 Sphere, I recently made a video about how this whole thing works, and I have a full review on this great accessory for the Air 2S on my channel. You can go ahead and watch that if you're wondering how that works. But very quickly, we have two 360 cameras and they're very securely positioned and attached to the drone, so they can completely eliminating the drone from the image by shooting everything from the drone up and everything from the drone down. And later, by using 360 Magic, just the footage compiles everything that the cameras have shot in a 360 footage that completely eliminates the drone from the shot. And by using this accessory right here, you have the complete freedom to reframe the shot, make it look the way you want it to look. And the best part is that you don't have to fly aggressively with the drone. You can simply fly slowly, close to a building or close to a person, follow a person, or over a building, and then you have the complete freedom to use that footage and reframe it to make it look very, very special, something that has never been possible before on a regular drone that is not FPV. I was told by Insta360 that this product has been so successful that they completely sold out their first batch of Sphere products. And I believe now is their second launch of this product. So if you wanted to get one but you couldn't, maybe now you have the chance to buy one if they haven't sold out yet. So make sure you check the link in the description if you want to buy one of these. But with that being said, let's go to the computer so I can show you how you can edit the footage coming from the Sphere. So this is Insta360 Studio. This is the application that we will need to render our 360 footage. So the first thing we need to do is obviously import our footage. I already have it here, so I'm just going to quickly drag it. And as you can see, we have the footage right here. Now we can have a 360 view of the footage or have a more traditional look of the footage where we can actually rotate and look around. But what I always do is set it to 360 view, make sure flow stabilization is applied. Then I check the stitching, make sure everything is fine, and if everything looks good, make sure the Insta360 Sphere is selected right here. And if everything looks good, you can go and select Color Plus if you want, which will pop the colors quite a lot, and I don't like that look. I prefer to grade it myself. True Audio, we don't need that, and logos and stuff like that we also don't need. So we can export the footage. Of course, we can select our in and out points, but for the sake of demonstration, I will not do that. But make sure you select the in and out points of your footage so you don't export the full footage and waste space. Then you can select 360 video because we don't want the reframed video. We will be reframing it ourselves in Final Cut later. So 360 video, make sure you select a file name, path, and bitrate has to be the maximum, which is 200. And then if you really want, you can select ProRes, which is going to result in a huge file, but you will have the best quality possible. If you don't want to do that, you can use both of these. Both of these are good, but I have selected ProRes for the sake of having the best quality possible for this tutorial. And then you can start exporting the video and wait a couple of minutes until it's done, so you can proceed to the next step. The next thing which we'll do is open up Final Cut, make a new project, and this is already my edited version, which I will keep for now, but I will import my footage right here. So make a new project and import your footage here, and if you see this little icon, it means that it's a 360 footage. It doesn't look like it, but it is. So from here, you can do everything you want. So you can tilt your footage up and down, you can pan, you can roll, everything you want. And everything is achievable by using keyframes and if you want to, speed ramping and motion blur. Those are the key things for these shots to happen and look great, in my opinion. So well, let's start from the beginning. The first thing we need to do is to set our field of view to a more natural number, which is 133 degrees. It's always the same number, and that's the maximum field of view that you can have without having these black parts of the footage appear. So 133 is the biggest field of view that you can have, and from here it's up to you to decide how you want to frame the footage. So for me personally, I will lower the volume of the clip. I am going to look down because this is the most impressive part. Tilt down, and I love the symmetry of this place. That's the reason why I have selected it. And then we can play a little bit with all the things like roll and tilt and pan until we are satisfied with the starting position of the video. If you don't know, this shot is extremely basic. I was just hovering above this structure here and I was just going up with the drone, nothing else. So it's just a random, you know, shot going upwards and upwards and upwards, and then you go back down, and that's it. It's really basic, but from this shot you can do so much, and it's really up to you and your creativity on what you can achieve with it and what you want to do. So for this shot that I have here, as you can see, we have some rotation, some motion blur, some looking up to the horizon, then a roll, and then looking back down, and then I have mirrored the same clip and I'm playing it backwards, so it's doing the same thing but going down. And I like this effect a lot, so let's do a basic version of the same thing for this clip. So for example, we're starting out here with these. We need to add our keyframes, so the footage starts like so, and let's find a place where we want to, let's say here, we want this to be the end key point where we will have our rotation. So for example, we can do a full circle around this this shot, and if we play it back, now we have this rotation here. Now what you can do is right click and go and hit show video animation, and you will see all your keyframes. So for example, I'm going to press Shift and B, and I now have this selection of the footage which can be sped up or slowed down, for example, but I want to speed it up by 4 times, for example, and now we have this. It's a little too slow in my opinion. It could be like more dynamic, so let's just do 8 times. Yep, I like that. So we'll leave it like so. Then I'm going to, maybe here, I'm going to select another keyframe where we want our next change in the footage to start. So it starts from here and it ends right about here, for example. And here we can do what we can do. We can do this look up, so we can show the horizon. Now it's important to keep it leveled, so 0 degrees on the roll, and pan. It really depends if we want to look right or keep it in the center. Let's keep it in the center, and as far as the tilt, 0 is okay. So now we have this, right? And if we decide that it's happening too quickly, again we can show video animation and we can drag this so it takes more time to complete this whole movement. So now it will happen a little bit slower. So it's really up to you, like I said many times already, to decide what you want to do and how you want to spin everything, and you know, how you want to make the video look in the end. So let's say we are happy with this, and from here we can just quickly add a new look, like going back down like so. And this will be our end point of the video. So I'm going to cut it. I will delete that, And what we can do now is select this whole clip, select right click and hit new compound clip. And now we can duplicate this clip by pressing on the option key and dragging it to the right. So I'm going to put it right here, and now I'm going to go here and set the clip to reverse. So if you play everything back, it will be just the same thing but going backwards. So it's like a little loop, like a boomerang, that looks really cool in my opinion. It's very smooth, as you can see. And what we can do now is color grade the video and add some motion blur, and we'll be good to go. So I think the sphere is perfect for anyone looking to spice up their footage a little bit, make it something a little bit more interesting that maybe not everyone has seen yet, and especially if you're creating something catchy like an Instagram reel that you want to capture the viewer's attention. You can use that to create something very epic looking. And there you guys have it. This has been my little tutorial on how I'm able to create those trippy looking shots from the Insta360 sphere attached to the DJI Air 2S. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know by clicking on the like button down below. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.